Alright, so let me address it. First and foremost, let me address this little cross-verse inverse logic shit. That shit does not exist. You could go on VSBW and read out all their rules and they will never say anything like cross-verse and inverse logic. That shit doesn't exist. And hell, if you sit down and just think about it for like 5 seconds, you realize that is not a thing, because inverse logic is stuff like if you do not have a certain amount of spiritual energy, you cannot see Ichigo or Hollow. But if you do not have Haki, you cannot hit a Logia. That is what we call inverse logic. But what you're trying to use the inverse logic on is if character A shares the same universe as character B, that means character A will be as strong as character B. That is not how that works. If we use that logic in any other fictional series, that means Spider-Man will be as strong as Galactus. His artist just makes Spider-Man look like a street deer. Buggy can fight against Roger on equal footing, and I can run hands with fucking God Almighty himself. You hear how dumb that sounds? Then you try to use this weird ass example to prove that every other PTG character is just as strong as Lookism characters. But first and foremost, Vosco did not destroy a force the Rockmore at the beginning of the series. That was like 200 chapters ago after he was done training. Well, he was in the middle of his training. Then you try to use this weird argument with Hanzo and Samdek, but Hanzo and Samdek can be scared around Tomley's level. They're not as strong as Tomley, but they can be scared around his level. Then here is your speed argument, which I don't even know why you bring this up, because okay, what you're trying to say is because character A kept up with character B, that means character A is just as fast. Okay, that really doesn't accomplish anything, because Harbin is still the only one in the Harbin U company to have effectively dodged bullets, and he still never did it to the level of where Hanzo and Samdek did. There's also this weird statement you made where PTG fights won't make sense. Yes, they fucking do. Like you're ignoring there's such things as low tiers, high tiers, and mid tiers. And for the inverse and crossverse logic thing, I know which part you got this from. You got this shit from Tekidon. Yes, TikTok green screens suck. Now, what I'm about to say next is that I have no hate towards Tekidon, no beef, nothing with him. But Tekidon cannot power scale. You should not be taking power scaling advice from him. This is not me trying to throw shade, it is just a blatant fact that he cannot power scale. And as for the system thing, I cannot verify this because, like I said in the video, I am not fully caught up on Questism. But from what I've seen, the point still stands because it said something like JHA exclusive, which if you know heat mode isn't exclusive to one character, many characters have heat mode. But hey, you can just ignore the last part since I have to catch up on Questism. Anyway, that's all for the video. Have a good night since it's night when I record this.